Hello, my friends. This is MC Oda, and welcome to this episode of my Minecraft Survival Let's Play. On today's episode, I wanted to share with you a plan that I had for kind of my main house that's going to be up on that hill. Um, oh, I did do some, I chopped down some trees off camera right before I started recording. I, I know, again, I think the purpose of this survival let's play is to kind of take you real time, but again, as I mentioned before, I don't want you to have to just watch me do really monotonous, boring tasks. So I went ahead and collected some wood before I started recording. So you didn't really miss much with that. Um, so I was thinking, now that we kind of got it a little bit established here, it's time to start planning out a bigger, more permanent home. And I kind of wanted it up on top of this hill. I thought this was kind of a neat view. We see the plains stretching out that way. We see the nice flower hills in the background. We've got our village, with the little chimneys in the back here. And we got our mountains. So this is a nice spot. And my idea that I had for this house was something that I had seen a picture online, I don't know, several months back. And I kind of kept it in the back of my mind as an idea. And let me share that with you real quick. So what this is a picture of a, excuse me, this is a ancient Mesopotamian, like 5,000-year-old stone tablet where Sumerians would draw out their house plans. And this was the plans for someone's home. And I immediately saw this and I thought it looked exactly like a Minecraft floor plan. Like the way you have the width of these doors, and then like you see, like you could think of the width of this door as one block, and then you can see there's one block next to it before the wall starts. Kind of same here. This is like one block with a doorway with two blocks. So this felt very like this would translate really, really well into Minecraft. So I kind of had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to use this as the floor plan for a house. So that's why I was thinking that we could use that here for this Let's Play. Kind of looking over the plans, I had to count. I had to count how many blocks I thought each wall was, kind of based on the size of those doorways and such. And it looks like it's going to be about 17 blocks deep by 20 blocks wide. And so that's the amount of space I would need to fit it. Looks like it's not quite going to fit on the top part of this hill, but if we consider this part of the hill, there's going to be plenty of space. So I think I might have to shave off this top part of dirt here, and just to have enough room to have a good foundation for the house, and then also, some space around it so that the house doesn't come right up to the edges. So that's going to be my plan moving forward, is to get started on that. But before we can do that, I have to gather materials. So if you've been with me the last few episodes, I've been underground a little bit, but I haven't really gathered too much material as far as, just lots of stone, lots of wood, and, things like that. Well, actually, I do have a decent amount of cobblestone up here now. So I could technically get started. But what I was thinking, even though the plans here, you would kind of see this and think that this was probably made of stone, right? You would think that this was probably big stone blocks, or I don't know what ancient Sumerians built with, but my thought was that I'm going to just use this as a floor plan, but I'm not going to use it. I don't want to make it look like an ancient Sumerian house. It's still just going to look like a normal kind of Minecraft house with, using the normal Minecraft materials, wood and stuff. And so I was thinking I was going to need more material to start building, and it looks like it's getting ready to get dark out there. So we'll let the sun go down and I'll sleep real quick. But what I was thinking is, one thing when we saw that geode underground last episode, I was thinking that, you know, I really like the way those, the way walls look if you use the what's it called, calcite, right? So I really like the calcite walls with, like maybe some maybe even some spruce logs, as kind of like, the walls are the, we kind of have like the spruce logs, and then we kind of have the walls as calcite. I think that makes for a really cool look. So I was thinking that what we would do is go underground back where that geode was, and mine out that geode. And luckily, I had grabbed a screenshot of our coordinates when we were there, so I know how to get back to it. I went ahead and looked up those coordinates before I started recording. And I think rather than trying to go underground, I'm just going to go to those coordinates and kind of dig straight down and give myself, just some ladders to get back up. So I'm making a bunch of these ladders for that purpose. And let's see, the geode was at Y12. 48 ladders might be enough to get us there. We might need a few more, but that should get us started. I will probably want trapdoor maybe to block the top of it off. All right, so let's go find where that geode was. So the coordinates here were -28 by -354. So -28 is going to be this. Let's see. Now let's see. -28 is this direction. And so we'll have to go a little bit this way. Let's see. It shouldn't be too far out here, because we didn't really go that far underground. So -28 is kind of we're getting close to there. And then -354, which I believe would be this way. So we're going to kind of have to go on the other side of this hill. Well, that kind of stinks that when we come back to it, we'll have to navigate around this hill. Oh, and also while we're walking over here, I wanted to mention, if you watched my last video, I had messed with the microphone settings trying to correct for all the loud mouth noises, and apparently I had overcorrected a bit, and the noise gate filter that I use was really cutting off my voice and making my voice very choppy. So like you could hear most of what I was saying, but oftentimes my voice would just kind of quit, and that was no good. That was, to me, that was almost worse than hearing the mouth noises. So I thought to myself, that is not something that anyone would enjoy. So I went with a slightly different solution here. Let's see. Let me just make sure I'm looking for -28, -350, 345. I'm sorry, 354. So it's about here. It's a little bit further that way, but I don't want to dig through all that dirt. So we're going to plan to start digging down here. Yeah, so I went with a different strategy with the recording. Again, I'm new at this, and I'm learning. And every time I do a video, I'm going to try to improve on myself. If I notice something that didn't come out the way I want it, I'm definitely going to work on improving. So I went with a completely different microphone setup this time. Instead of going with a headset, so I was using a headset with a boom mic, and it seemed like that was either it was so close to my mouth and it was too sensitive, so it was picking up all those noises. And so now I decided to go with just a microphone sitting on my desktop, and this is just a freestanding microphone with a different headset on. And So I think this sounds a lot better. It of course has its own. It has its own, benefits, and it has its own negatives as well. So my voice is going to sound a little bit more echoey. You're probably going to hear more environment sounds, like you might hear my air conditioner kick on. You might hear a neighbor driving down the street. But I think the trade-offs are pretty good. I also noticed that this desktop microphone, my voice sounds more like my actual voice on this microphone. The headset was really taking like pretty much all of the bass, or the depth out of my voice. But what you're hearing now sounds a lot more like my voice if you're sitting in the room with me. Okay, we're at minus 33. We're got still some way to go. So I'm going to give this a try, and if I notice anything strange or anything undesirable with the audio after this recording, I'll again keep making tweaks. And I appreciate you all kind of having your patience and working with me here. There it is, perfect. Look at that. That's the end of the ladders. I might need one or two more ladders just to get to the bottom of this thing. In fact, let me make those real quick. All right, let's see. That should be enough. We'll save those sticks. Okay. So this is probably the top of the geode. We want to get, right there to the bottom of it. Okay, that was a little bit of a jarring jump down there. Now that I think about it, it would have been better probably to have come down next to the geode and not in the middle of it, but my coordinates weren't quite that accurate. I guess if I had started over a few more blocks, it would have been perfect. All right, so now that I'm here, I want to start mining this thing out. So the way these geodes work is the inner layer of them is the amethyst that grows the crystals. And then it has this layer of calcite kind of all surrounding that amethyst crystal. And then it has the layer of, I guess, is it smooth basalt, polished basalt? Let's see, they call it smooth basalt. And then, of course, that's the end of the geode. Everything out past that is stone. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try to mine out this. Well, I was thinking I'm going to mine out the whole thing. Hopefully my inventory can handle all of that. I can combine these pickaxes. If my inventory fills up, then I'll, maybe I won't get all of it in this one shot. And again, with these geodes, you want to keep the budding amethysts around so that you can come back later and they'll grow more crystals and you can get more shards. So when you're mining these things, you have to be careful to only get the regular amethyst blocks. Right now, I've just got a simple iron pickaxe, so it's not too bad. But later in the game, if you were to find this and you had, like a diamond pickaxe with high efficiency on it, you mine them so quick that it's very easy to break these. So even once you kind of have your really good equipment, it's good to have a pickaxe that's not so great, because when you come in, whenever you mine these crystals later, it's easy to break these things while you're mining the crystals off of them. So just a reminder for the future to hold on to a not so efficient axe. So I'm going to start mining this thing out, and I don't suspect anything terribly interesting is going to happen. Let's just check out this cave. This is where I had discovered it, so this should be pretty well lit up, but I'm going to light it up some more, make sure that no mobs can spawn real close here, and make sure that I can mine this thing out and stay relatively uninterrupted. All right, so I think I'm going to work on mining this out, and this is again one of those tedious chores that I don't think you want to sit through. I kind of whoa, where'd that come from? Yeah, I kind of explained what I'm doing, and I kind of showed you, but you probably don't want to watch me mine all of this out. So I am going to pause, and I will be back in a moment. And I'm back. So I just got done mining out this geode. I didn't get all the smooth basalt. I figured I can come back and get that if I need it. That took me probably about probably like 20-25 minutes. I went through several iron pickaxes. I don't know if you remember how many sticks I had in my inventory when I started, but I'm down to 2. I made quite a few pickaxes, maybe 5 or 6. And so this is how much calcite and amethyst I got. Boom, right there. So we got 9-10 plus stacks of calcite and about 9 stacks of amethyst, and we got some smooth basalt and a few crystals. And even in the walls, as I was clearing it out, I got a little bit of gold, found another emerald, some redstone dust, and some iron. So that's a pretty successful little mining trip there. So now I just need to get out of here and get back home. It looks like it's dark upstairs, so that's not cool. Let's see, some of this stuff I don't really need. Well, I'm gonna have to take 2 trips anyway, so maybe what I'll do is I'll come back with the calcite for now, because that was kind of the main reason for coming down here today. So I'll bring the calcite back home with me, and I'll come back later for the rest of this. And some other day I'll come out and probably get the rest of this basalt and see. I was hoping that as I was breaking some of this basalt that I would stumble on some diamonds, because we are at that level. But Lady Luck did not smile on me with that aspect of the game, so no diamonds yet. But I guess that's good, because you guys would probably want to share in the excitement of the first diamonds. So I'm going to need to get out of this and connect up with my ladder. Let's see. It's really dark out there. I'm not looking forward to the run back home, but we should be able to survive it. All right, and I don't want to have to guess on how to get back home. So let me make a compass. I don't remember which direction around that hill I'm going to have to run or anything. So when I get up there and we're surrounded by creepers and skeletons and everything else, I'd rather have this compass in my inventory to help me find my way back home. And that is one reason, well, that is another reason why I like to make sure I build my home at spawn, so that you can always use a compass to find your way back home. Oh, it looks like the sun might be coming up. Awesome. All right, so hopefully the trip home won't be as deadly as I was expecting it to be. Wow, the slow walk up these ladders. And check for creepers. Creepers. Okay, we're safe. All right, I'm going to let's put a little bit of a pillar here, just as a visual reminder when we come back to it. We can kind of spot it from afar and know where it is. Oh, actually, there's home right there. I don't even need the compass. I can see the smoke from that villager house. All right, and let's see if I can do the water bucket trick. There's a way to do this, to hop down real quick. Yeah, there we go. I see people do that online. only tried it a couple times. So I don't know that I would risk trying that for a much larger drop than that. But all right, there is our home. All right, so let's get over there and empty our inventory. All right, look at all of this material. All right, go ahead and put my ores away. Restock my iron. And I don't need a compass for right now. Okay, so I think I said that house was 17 by 20, I believe. So you just I'll use calcite just to mark that perimeter. The calcite is a nice contrast against the grass. So we'll go see if we have enough space up here. We should. So I'm thinking when it's 20 by 17, I'm thinking that the 20 is going to go this direction. The 17 will go that direction. And I think I want my front door facing this way. So it's facing my starter home and the village. And then that way any windows on the other sides of the house will look out over this view. Okay, I think I am gonna have to shave off this top layer of dirt. I'm not gonna do all of them right now, but I'm gonna at least get some of them out of the way so I can see how close to the edge we are. Because again, I don't want to build the edges of the house right on the edge of the hill, because then sometimes it makes it a pain getting back up or getting around it. So I want some empty space around the house. So we'll see if this. I'm just trying to visually judge what 17 would be going this direction. It's feeling like this house is going to have to maybe not go too far out on this. I might have to start a little closer in, like maybe here. Let's see what that looks like. So we got that's like 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. Yeah, see, we're getting a little too close to that edge, so this wall's going to have to come in. We're probably going to have to start it somewhere more like here. Let's just, let's try this for starters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, that's not too bad. So once I clear out this dirt and make it level, the corner of the house, yeah, we'll have a few blocks here before we get to the edge. So that's pretty nice. It's not too close to this little drop off. And how does it look on this side? We're going to have a decent amount of space here. This side is getting kind of close to this, but that's okay because the door is going to be like halfway across here. All right. So we'll go 20 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that puts the corner of the house here. That's cool. It's okay that it's on the edge of this because this keeps going. It's not like a drop off. So I'm okay with the edge of the house, having a little bit of grading here to deal with. That's fine. All right, so that will be, okay, so this way. Let's see, where's my white block over here? All right, here we go. And that would be here. Okay. All right, so I think those are going to be the corners. of my foundation here. Now what I was thinking is, I think I also want a basement, right? So I'm not just going to start making the floor right away and then start building these walls. I think I want to make a basement for this house. So even though this house, it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent size, and it'll have, you know, several rooms, probably plenty of space for storage. I do definitely want a basement, because that basement, we can just make a big open area, and we can have, you know, plenty of storage down there. So I will plan on making a basement here. And let's see, I guess this is the level where the door is going to be. This will be the floor. So my basement will be, so that's going to be like the floor. Another thing I want to do, most times I build, you know, you kind of make your floor one block tall, right? 1 block wide. But then your floor is always going to be the ceiling of the floor underneath it, right? So, like for example, if this was wood planks here, and this is what the floor of your house was made out of, when you go down into your basement, you might not necessarily want, you know, wood planks as your ceiling, right? You might want to look up and see something like something that you can make, like, you know, maybe tiled blocks or something. So I think what I'm going to try to do for this build, and this is my first time trying this, it might work, it might look terrible, who knows, but that's what we're trying out. So I think for this, oh yeah, I'm going through my shovels now too. I think for this house, I'm gonna try out seeing if I can make, you know, like say for example, my floors up top are hardwood, but my ceiling underneath is, well, it's not going to be calcite, but say for example calcite tiles. You know, maybe it'll be like a tiled diorite or something, or andesite, or who knows what it'll be. But if I plan for the floor, or the transition between the upper floor and the lower floor, to be 2 blocks thick instead of 1, then I can make my ceiling look like whatever I want it to look, and my floor to be whatever the floor is going to be. So I'm going to go with that as far as a building strategy. So I'm definitely going to want, so this will be the walls of the house. And I think I want the walls of the basement to be the same, like directly below the walls of the house. That just makes sense, right? It's the foundation that the house is sitting on. So the walls of my house are definitely going to have to be here, along this same line. So all this is going to have to get dug out. And as far as materials, what I was thinking was, the basement, I want it to look not like spit shined and polished. I want it to, you know, look like, you know, maybe it was just, you know, a dugout thing that's being used hastily for storage and such, and whatever other things I want to use that basement for. So I'm thinking the floor is just going to be cobblestone. I'm thinking, you know, I kind of, you know, maybe found a big giant gravel pit somewhere of larger stones, and I just kind of trucked them all over here and dumped them into the foundation, and that became my floor. So I think the cobblestones would make for a cool looking floor. But then the foundation walls coming up, I'm thinking those are going to be stone brick, because that's going to feel more like, you know, in modern days it would be cinder blocks maybe as your basement walls, kind of giving you some structure. So I think I'll want some stone bricks for that wall. In fact, since I'm here anyway, I might as well get a couple furnaces of cobblestone bacon and turn that into stone. Yeah, so I think the floor is going to be cobblestone. I think the walls of the basement are going to be stone bricks. And then, of course, the walls of the house are going to be a lot of this calcite. And I'm going to have like spruce logs kind of going up, looking kind of cool, you know, making that separation. One thing I am going to want is I'm going to want a front porch. And it looks like we have plenty of room here for a front porch, so that is awesome. I didn't actually think about that whenever I planned out this square, but it looks like we're going to have plenty of room for a front porch. And with the basement, what I'm thinking is that this isn't actually going to be where the floor of the house is. So I'm thinking if you kind of look at a house, right, the foundation's there, but the walls don't sit directly on the dirt, right? The foundation walls come up a little bit. So let's pretend that this is my stone brick. So the stone brick foundation is coming up, but then I'm going to want it to be, you know, I'm thinking like 2 blocks up. So like that would be the wall of the basement coming up to here. And then I'll have my porch, right? And I'll have like some stairs or something to get up onto it and try to make that look all nice. But then I'll have a wooden porch that's raised. And I'll have the foundation coming up to here. And then I'll start the floor of my house, which actually, we were just talking about that whole flooring strategy. I would want my floor to then be there, which means my porch is going to be up this high. That's a pretty tall porch, isn't it? That's okay. Maybe that might look a little too weird to have a front porch. Oh, that axe. You know, that axe was on its last legs since I mined those trees before the video. It finally went. Okay, so I think that's going to look a little too silly for a front porch. So I think my plan will be for the front porch be at the level I originally said. I like the front porch being kind of 2 up, so it feels like it's raised, but it's not really high. It's not like your back deck, you know, where your property slopes down and your back deck is really high. It's not going to be like that. So this will be the floor of the house, and the deck will come out this way. And this will start the wall of the basement. So we're still going to see some of that wall, which is nice. And one thing on this side, well, at least on this side, you'll see like you'll see 2 blocks of foundation, which is kind of cool. But you're only going to see it for a little bit because this ground comes right back up immediately. But I think when you go around, you see that 1 row of stone. That's kind of like that 1 row of cinder blocks that your house is sitting on. So I think that's going to look pretty cool. And I can probably take that guy out of there now. Don't really need him to mark that corner anymore. That dirt doesn't belong there. And just for sanity, I want to put this piece of cobblestone actually in that corner. That will drive me bananas. There we go. Okay. So I think that's my plan. So then as far as the depth of this thing, so we're going to have the floor up here. Oh, did not mean to make that dirt. The floor of the first story is going to be there. And I've run out of stone. I'm just using that stone as a build planning, but I ran out. So let me grab some real quick. Oops. There you go. Grab some of this cobblestone. All right, so now as far as the depth of the basement, I like 4 high ceilings. I think 3 high ceilings just feel so restrictive to me. So I like a ceiling that is 4 tall. So when you're walking around in it, like if you're walking here and the ceiling was right there, that just feels so incredibly restrictive. So I want the floor to be 4 blocks from, I want the ceiling to be 4 blocks from the floor. So I'm thinking that this is going to be the floor of my basement at this level here, which gives me a 4 high wall. And of course, these walls are going to be all the blocks. So it'll kind of have more of that cinder block looking feel to it. But then this floor here is going to be cobblestone. And I think that is how I'm going to start. So I'm thinking that'll look pretty good. We'll have tons of space in that basement for all kinds of crazy storage or whatever we want to do in there. We're going to have the house will be at this level, which, you know, once we get the windows, it's still going to be a beautiful view because that floor is now kind of raised up even taller than that first bit of dirt was. So it's going to be a really cool view out that wall. Oh, I'm sorry, out of the windows. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So I think that's going to be a good plan to get this house started. I haven't decided yet if I want the house to be a single story or a double story. Or heck, it's Minecraft. You can make it 20 stories if you want. I don't want to get that crazy with it. But I definitely, yeah, I think I might make it 2 stories. We'll see. But for now, I'm just going to plan on getting the basement and the first story kind of complete, and we can think about roofs or second stories later. Yeah, I think that's going to be a really good start. So how far are we through the recording? Okay, we got plenty of time left. So let's go ahead and maybe get started with, you know, I have to dig out this basement, and I feel like I'm just gonna keep repeating myself. I don't want to have you suffer through watching me dig out that basement with an iron shovel of all things. That is just gonna take forever. But I have plans, so I can't really spend a whole lot of time off camera right now doing that, because I'm going to have to kind of pack up and head off out of the house in about an hour. And that doesn't give me time to do all that digging and then still come back and talk to you guys. So, well, here's what I'm thinking. We got, I don't know, probably about 15, 20 minutes left to record. How about I go look and see if I can find a diamond? Because, you know, the diamond tool might make some of this work a little bit easier. Heck, if I could find a big enough patch of diamonds, maybe I could get, you know, a diamond shovel and a diamond pickaxe and, you know, several tools to make all of this construction and digging and stuff go a little bit smoother. So let's do that. So let's go try to find us a cave real quick we can jump in. You know, actually, if I just go find a cave, we're going to run into, it's going to be a whole caving thing like I did last episode, which it's not my goal right now. My goal here isn't to do shallow caving or finding iron and stuff. My goal is to find some diamonds real quick before this day ends or before this episode ends. So I'm thinking we come back over here where I was at my geode, and that geode was down there at diamond level, and it was kind of at the end of that ravine and the exploration over there. So, and don't worry, this big ugly thing won't be there forever. That's just me marking things at the moment. But what I'm thinking is we start punching through the wall on maybe the opposite side of the geode from where the cave was exposed, and yeah, maybe we'll find some diamonds right there in the wall. Maybe we'll luck out and find more caves, stretching out at this at the diamond level here. So this is where we came from. So I'm going to want to go that direction with the digging and see if I can find me some diamonds. So it looks like this is the lava level here. So let's just start punching through this wall and see what we can find. That deep slate, it does take a long time to dig through that, doesn't it? All right. I'm hoping I find something relatively quick. I don't think you want to watch me dig through this wall for too long. I hear lava. It may or may not be a cave, but I do hear it. Oh, there's some redstone. I'll pick that up on the way back. The lava sounds like it's coming from this direction, so let's just see. Is there a cave over there? No. All right. Let's keep going this way. I just want to make sure I kind of go. I don't want to just wrap around and just end up right back in that ravine that we were in yesterday. I want to try to find some new areas. Oh, that lava's getting louder. There we go. All right. We got a cave. Nice. There's some iron I can get on the way back. Okay. All right. Looks like the cave doesn't go very far that way, so that's good. It goes this way. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, the tough. That's one of those new... Oh, look at that. Nice. There are the diamonds right here in the ceiling. Awesome. Wow. I love it. That's so good. I spent all episode looking for these things. And right here, I'm just like, let's just take a few minutes to poke into this wall, and boom, there they are. That's great. All right, I wonder how many are going to be up there. I think it's just going to be this 2. I hope not. I hope there's more. Like I said, I want at least 3. We got 1 and 2. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Okay, great. So we got number 3 and number 4. And there's probably not going to be a 5th one up there, but we'll just take a few blocks out and check. Awesome. All right, 4 diamonds right off the bat. That is excellent. So that's definitely a pickaxe and a shovel. I mean, I'm going to need to dig through a whole lot of dirt up there. So a shovel might be something I can make with this. Or, since we have a few minutes, I can keep going a little bit further. See if we can find another diamond deposit. And then we can make even more things. And we can have some for enchanting table. All right. Oh, whoa. I almost lost my water. Let's see. Let me just peek. Do I see any diamonds exposed over there? No. Okay, so we'll go to the right. And did you notice that I don't think those diamonds were exposed. I think I actually broke a block or 2. And then saw the diamond. I'm not sure. I'll have to after the recording's done, I'll have to take a look and see. Because I was saying the other day about how, having exposed diamonds is going to become more rare, as far as I'm aware of. I wonder if they've already started implementing that. Okay. I'm not seeing anything too interesting up here, and we're probably getting a little bit too high up for diamonds, so let's go back down. I'll grab some of this coal on the way. I'm going to be cooking up a lot of cobblestone to get those stone bricks. So I want to make sure I don't run out of coal. So I will grab some of this while we're down here. Get that redstone. And let's grab some of this. That's good for now. Definitely going to get this iron. So I was talking about the audio. So one thing is that this microphone is just sitting on the desk in front of me. So it's not really in my way to play. But if I had to type, like say for example, if I happen to be playing multiplayer game or something and I had to reach around this microphone to type, that would be it'd be a little awkward. So we'll see. Oh, does it end right here? Oh, okay. Well, bummer. I was hoping it was going to keep going. But I'm thinking that if this microphone works out better and it's sitting on the desk in front of me is going to be a hindrance, then I could maybe look for an arm to hold it. But I guess the reason why I said that is because like as I'm sitting here in my chair, I kind of have to lean forward more so than I would normally be leaned when I'm playing to get my voice as close to that microphone as possible. So a lot of times I'm kind of sitting up a little bit and my mouth is a little bit further away from the microphone. I'm hoping that that's not making my voice kind of go quiet and loud and quiet and loud. The few kind of test recordings I did before to try out, this microphone and the settings, this seemed to be okay. I mean, I could definitely lean down on this microphone and talk loud and get it to really just blow out your ears. But hopefully my normal talking voice while I'm kind of sitting comfortably, hopefully that's, coming through pretty well, and hopefully that's not too quiet for you guys to hear. See, I heard a bat, and I'm thinking that this might actually continue past here. Let's just take a peek and see if maybe this cave continues and picks back up with another lava cave. The bats might be actually above us and not to the side. Yeah, okay, there's a bit of cave up there. That's probably where the bat is, so there might not be any more cave down here. All right. Well, let's yeah, it doesn't look like it's going any further. Okay. I'm going to grab this coal and this redstone. I need coal bad enough to fight the lava. So, okay, let's I think that's good. Let's head on back. Oh yeah, there's some iron. Oh, there's more iron. Awesome. So I'm definitely going to make a pickaxe with 3 of those diamonds, and I'm trying to decide if I want to make a shovel with the other one to make digging that hole a little bit easier, or if I want to save it for an enchanting table, because I'd hate to use that diamond for a shovel, and then next time I find diamonds, it's just a single one, and then I can't make crafting table. Can't make my enchanting table. That would not be fun. But, there's plenty more diamonds to find out there, and we'll find them eventually. So maybe I won't worry about it too much. All right, what do we got here? Well, there's some stuff in my inventory I don't need, like zombie flesh. And I think some of these other materials, even though I don't really need them, I'm going to hold on to them for now, just to start building up my inventory of building materials. So let's go ahead and grab all of these. I'm going to take some of these crystals home with me. All right, well, let's take all of that home. Looks like it's still daytime up there, so it should be a safe trip home. And then we'll see what we got. So I'm curious, you know how like I found this geode and then I immediately tried to, you know, I want to like get all the resources, you know, I want to mine the whole thing out and collect it all. Wonder if, is that just kind of me, or is everyone like that? You know, you know, whenever you find something like that, even though it's close to home, do you tend to mine the whole thing out and take all those resources home, or do you just kind of leave it there and come back and get stuff as you need it? I'm wondering. Yeah, just curious. You know, drop me a line. Let me know if when you find a cool thing like that, full of resources that you'd like, do you spend the time right then to empty it out, or do you just mark it and come back and maybe come back and get like a little bit at a time, kind of like how I left. I did leave some of that basalt, which I will get eventually, but I definitely did spend the time to get all of the amethyst and the calcite. So, all right, let's see. We can get some of this, and I'm filling up this chest now pretty quick. All right, we can put our ores up here. There's those diamonds, and I can go ahead and get two more stacks of cobblestone bacon in here. Put some of that coal in here. Is that also 20? Okay. All right, so we got some smooth stone started, so that'll start with the brick walls. And let's go ahead and... decision time. Well, that's the pickaxe. Boom. The diamond pickaxe, yeah. Now, big question. Do I want to make the shovel? I think I do. Yep, I'm doing it. I'm making a shovel because when I come back later to dig out that dirt hole, I just don't want to do it with the slow iron shovel. I'd rather do it with a slightly faster diamond shovel. All right, so let's go see how we doing on time. Okay, I need to wrap this up. So yeah, all right, so this will be our build site. So I think what I might do is between recordings here, so like after I stop this recording and before I start the next one, what I'll probably do is at least just dig out the hole, you know, dig out all this dirt and dig out the hole that the basement's going to be in, and you know, dig out the layer that the floor is going to be, and then so that way it's ready to just start, you know, building whenever I come back. All right, let me get those cameras sorted out again. There we go. There we go. Hey. Well, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you spending time with me, and I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed, you know, please just drop me a line in the comments and say hi. And I'd love to chat. So I will see you later. Bye-bye now.